We're here at the Chateau Studio. It's day 2 of MusicFest at Steamboat Springs 2009. Jesse Scott with Jason Eady. So good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm glad to see you again.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you always. And you got to kick off MusicFest day 1 yesterday.
That's right. Yeah, I had the early spot. It was good.
Bear River, which was
right.
great. I mean, just great, and so many people showed up.
Yeah, it was cool. It's my first year to play, so
I know.
I was excited about that.
I'm so happy that you got to come to this. I think you fit so perfectly.
Thank you.
Your music fits so perfectly, and I love that you're making a new record.
Right.
Actually, it's done, right?
We're done recording. We have to mix it,
okay.
But we're real close. Yeah.
And you have a legendary producer.
Right. Yeah. Kevin Welch is producing this record, which is huge to me because I'm a big fan. I've been a fan for a long time, and so it's been a really incredible experience for me.
How did that happen? How did you and he hook up?
Well, I met him at a show in Fort Worth 3 or 4 years ago, and we talked, and I played some songs for him. And he, at the time, he was in Nashville, and so he pointed me in the direction of Walt Wilkins as a producer, and so I went and started recording with Walt, and everything went great, and I did my first record that way, and but ever since then we kind of keep meeting up over and over, odd places, and then just about 3 months ago we met at a show in Luckenbach again, and just started talking about future plans, and Kevin's moved to Texas now, and everything just kind of lined up, and so we decided to just do it, and we made the decision, and we were in the studio about 2 weeks later.
Wow.
I mean, it was pretty quick.
That's great. And when is it coming out?
I think May is what we're shooting for, like the first week of May.
Excellent. And so yesterday you debuted a bunch of songs too from the album, right?
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to go ahead and get it rolling,
Yeah.
get the songs out there.
I think something to be said for that. I think that when you conceptualize something, that it takes time to play it in front of audiences for it to sort of sink in, and for you to get into the groove of it even deeper than when you even originally wrote it. You're sort of like, becoming friends with it, really.
Exactly, right.
So
I really do kind of think of it that way, too. Like, if I write something, I don't really consider it finished until I've played it in front of some audiences. Because there have been songs I thought were good, and then they just kind of fell flat when I played them in front of audiences, and so I just let them go, and then the opposites happen too, and so I think that's a big part of it to me. Plus, those songs are where my head's at right now. I mean, we really just got out of the studio about 2 weeks ago, so it's hard. It's kind of hard to shift gears sometimes too. So.
Would you play something for us?
Absolutely, sure. This is the title track, and it's a song that I wrote with Walt Wilkins earlier this year. Good time Charlie's on the evening news. The party's gone public, grab your dancing shoes. Pass it around till we all get stoned. We'll all come down when the money's all gone. Well, everybody's living, everybody's high, everybody's selling, so buy, baby, buy. Everything's had and nothing is on. Round it goes till the money's all gone. But when the money's all gone, we'll get back to work, get back in the garden, getting back in the dirt. It's an ill wind, doesn't blow some good. We can put it back together the way that we should. It might not be the worst thing after all, but when the money's all gone. Well, there's only so much that can go around. The top goes up, but the bottom goes down. Call it what you want to, tell me I'm wrong. Well, I'll find out when the money's all gone. When the money's all gone, we'll get back to work, get back in the garden, getting back in the dirt. It's an ill wind and blows some good. We can put it back together the way that we should. It might not be the worst thing after all, but when the money's all gone.
Lose a little, you can scream and shout, but you gotta lose big before they bail you out. They'll buy the bank so they can take your home. They don't need you anymore when the money's all gone. When the money's all gone. When the money's all gone.
I'm trying to let it ring out, totally. Jason Eady. Are you putting this album out yourself?
I don't know yet. Yeah, I wanted to do it on my own, you know, get it like creatively, us to do it like we wanted to create it. So nobody else really had a say in that, you know, but I don't know. Maybe we'll shop it around. And I'm open to whatever, but if nothing else, yes, I will put it out on my own.
It's kind of interesting that you can do that these days,
right.
You know, and get traction.
Right.
You know, and own it and not have to give pieces away,
right.
Which there's something to be said for, too.
Yeah, I've done my first two that way, and it worked well. I mean, I'm not against, you know, I'm all for listening to ideas other people have, but yeah, I definitely like the controlling the creative part, you know, and then to me at that point, once I've made the album I want to make, then everything else is just kind of secondary, you know, at that point. So.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait. Do you have a title for it?
That song, When the Money's All Gone, is the title. Yeah.
We'll be looking for it.
Thank you very much.
Jason Eady.
Thanks for having me out.
Oh, it's totally our pleasure. Hanging out here in the studio for MusicFog.com.